weird, but that's okay. Good morning. And welcome to Founders Day. It's so nice to be together with all of you here in this beautiful graduation garden, one of our most special places. This Founders Day marks Bryn Mawr's 138th birthday, and we are here to celebrate our school, our history, and our founders' bold vision for educating girls. And of course, we will honor the truly exceptional faculty and staff who live and carry out this mission in our own day and time. I want to warmly welcome some special people we have with us today. The chair of the Bryn Mawr School Board of Trustees, Monica Tucker, is up here in the front. And we have some other board members in the audience and special guests today. So I want to say hello to them and thank them for coming and joining us. I also want to welcome all of you, our students, faculty, and staff. You are the most important part of the Bryn Mawr story. So we will begin with our school prayer, and then the 5th grade will sing Come Let Us Gather, and then Day's Eye seniors will lead us all in Joyous the Love. So please rise. Watch over our school, O Lord, as its years increase, and bless and guide its children wherever they may be, keeping them ever unspotted from the world. Let their hearts be pure, their faith unshaken, their principles immovable. Be thou by their side if dark hours shall come upon them. Strengthen them when they stand. Comfort and help them when they are weak-hearted. Raise them up if they fall. Let thy light never grow dim to their eyes, but through the struggle and business of everyday lives, let its radiance lead them heavenward. And in their hearts, may thy peace, which passeth understanding, abide all the days of their lives. Led by the Day's Eye seniors. Thank you, 5th grade and Day's Eye seniors. You may be seated. Thanks, guys. That was great. Each year, we gather together in the graduation garden where generations of Bryn Mawr students and employees have come before us to celebrate Founders Day. We reflect on what makes Bryn Mawr special and how that has come to be. For 138 years, Bryn Mawr has stayed true to a singular mission inspired by 5 young women who believed that girls deserved an extraordinary education. Our founders set out to improve girls' education so that women would have more opportunities in life. And today, we remain committed to the idea that inspired teaching and learning prepares us for consequential lives. The founders' vision, educating girls in mind, body, and spirit to unleash their confidence and their ability to have impact on the world, has stood the test of time. Bryn Mawr is now well known as one of the very best educational institutions in this country. From the beginning, the school has believed in the power of a rich and challenging curriculum in the hands of extraordinary teachers. Since its earliest days, Bryn Mawr knew that gifted and passionate teachers bring out the best in their students. If you speak to any Bryn Mawr alumna in a very short period of time, you will learn about her pride in attending the school. They'll talk about how they were prepared for life's inevitable adventures and challenges. They will talk about not settling for anything but the best outcomes and the highest expectations. They will talk about their friends, their memories of sports teams and plays, and the fun they had while learning. And they will absolutely talk about their teachers. Last year, an alumna in the class of 1969 shared a chain of more than 80 emails from her class. It started when their physical education teacher, Miss Ball, passed away at age 87. Long after these girls were together as students, they shared memory after memory of Miss Ball and many other teachers that had had a profound impact on them. And their memories weren't about the content of their classes. They were about how that learning translated into their character. Great teachers stay with you for the rest of your life. Because great teachers help us see beyond the person we currently are to the person that we are capable of becoming. They believe in us, they challenge us, and they hold us to high expectations. They celebrate when we reach goals and encourage us when we fall short, so that on the next try, we're more skilled in our efforts. They teach us to aspire to excellence in ourselves and in others, and to find joy in learning, to persist through challenges, and to use our knowledge to have a positive impact. More so than the content of the lessons that they teach us, the person we become in their care is what we will take away from this school. Great teachers create an atmosphere of inquiry, of critical thinking, a place for a dynamic exchange of ideas. They encourage our curiosity and give us space to ask questions. They give us time, incentive, and opportunity to develop our ideas and skills. And most of all, while coaching us through the learning process, they give us the confidence to tackle life's biggest challenges. In the process of teaching their lessons, great teachers shape us as people. Over the last few difficult years, we've been able to be together as a school thanks to the energy and commitment of our faculty and staff. They have persevered through constant change and uncertainty without veering from the mission of the school. Their work has allowed learning to continue to be exceptional during an extraordinarily challenging time. So today, on this Founders Day, we celebrate the founding ideals of the school, but more importantly, the people who deliver that mission every day. All faculty and staff, I'd like you to stand so that we can express our profound gratitude for all of your efforts. Among our incredible employees are 14 people who share a special bond with each other and with Bryn Mawr. They are not only faculty and staff, but they're also alumni of the school. Would you please raise your hand if you're one of these alumni employees? So look around. And 3 of our alumni employees will serve as our Founders Day speakers this year. Assistant Director of Athletics Molly Wolf, class of 2012. Director of Alumni Engagement Deanna Boyd, class of 2005. And Director of Student Support Services Farrah Evans, class of 1998. Today, they will share their reflections on their time as students, their homecomings, and how Bryn Mawr was and continues to be a valuable and meaningful part of their lives. So please join me in welcoming these esteemed alums to our stage.
Good morning. That was nice. It is a deep privilege to be back at Bryn Mawr after being a student here for 12 years. The indelible memories and impact that this school and the educators here have had on me is something I have never taken for granted. The teachers, coaches, administrators, and staff here not only fostered a love of learning in me, but they also impacted the way I see myself and the world around me. There are countless people that I could talk about and their impacts, but time allows me to just mention a handful of these amazing people. I will never forget the unwavering patience and love from my advisor, Mrs. Shoemaker, as I navigated high school, specifically writing my senior convocation. She taught me that my bold voice mattered and that having pride in myself is the most important thing to have. I fondly remembered the dedication support from Miss Crydell and Miss Simons, Miss Tortolani, on and off of the lacrosse field. They fostered a deep love for the sport of lacrosse, taught me the importance of being a supportive teammate, and pushed me to be the best person and player possible. I would be remiss if I didn't mention the kind but firm guidance from Miss Budzik as our Dean of Students. She taught me the importance of being on time, staying in uniform, and shared her love for all of the amazing Bryn Mawr traditions. I can remember many of my early mornings on campus were spent as lookout for Miss Budzik. I would keep an eye out for her as she would walk through the gym and warn my classmates that Miss Budzik's coming. Most of us had on out-of-uniform sweatshirts and sweatpants, Crocs and Ugg boots, or the occasional rogue long-sleeve shirt instead of a polo. In a flurry, we would dive behind couches and frantically toss off our sweatshirts, roll our sweatpants under our skirts, and throw our Ugg boots across the room. And every morning, without fail, Miss Budzik would walk through, wish us all a good morning, and smile, shaking her head. She knew fully well of our failed attempts to cover up our out-of-uniform infractions. Miss Budzik is the epitome of what Bryn Mawr employees are all about. Love for this school, love for the students, and an understanding that some days it's okay to allow an out-of-uniform sweatshirt. Teachers, coaches, and administrators across all 3 divisions at Bryn Mawr lifted me and helped mold me into the person I am today. I am curious, I am kind, bold, and 100% myself because of this school and the people who interacted with me every day. These amazing individuals believed that what they were doing here at Bryn Mawr was of bigger consequence, that their motivation and energy went above and beyond what was expected of them. I hope to do the same for every student here that I have the privilege to coach, teach, and be with every day. There is no other place like Bryn Mawr where I felt so connected, seen, loved, and accepted. My goal and hope as a member of this community is to have the same impact on students as these amazing people did for me during my time as a student here at Bryn Mawr. Thank you. And now, Deanna Boyd will speak.
Good morning. Despite the time and energy I put into anticipating and tracking my grades while I was a student at Bryn Mawr, And keep in mind, this was before Canvas and open gradebooks. The thing that stands out to me the most when I reflect on my experience is all of the support that I received as a member of this community. Some of that support was clearly defined through the structures of advisory, retreats, and peer mentors. Teachers provided safe spaces in their classrooms to learn new skills. Administrators opened their doors to me when I needed a place to relax and decompress. And adults across campus, even those whose names I didn't know, worked every day to make Bryn Mawr the place where I could be my very best self. I still remember the handwritten study guides Miss Wyron provided for all of her classes. They were so comprehensive that if you worked your way through them in preparation for a test, you literally could not do poorly. I remember the day that, after much struggle, I finally did well on a geometry test, and Miss Arrogancia ran out of the Hardy building, found me in the library quad where I was sitting to tell me the good news and celebrate with me. I still remember the day Miss Schaffner, my senior year English teacher, printed out an email one of my classmates had sent her with a question about the assignment and showed it to the entire class. There at the top of the page, in her infamous red pen, she had circled the timestamp on the email. Ms. Schaffner explained that she refused to respond to any emails sent past midnight because we should all be in bed at that hour. At the time, we all thought this was incredibly harsh. How was she supposed to proceed with the assignment if the teacher wouldn't even answer her most basic questions? But now I see Ms. Schaffner's action as a profound demonstration of her care and support of each one of us. In addition to my teachers, there were many other adults on campus who nurtured me and ensured that I had a great experience as a student. As she continues to do today, Miss Kitty greeted me warmly each day as I checked out with her in the lunch line. The women who worked in the admissions cottage became great role models to me as I got to know them through serving as a hostess and tour guide. The assistant in college counseling made her office a sanctuary by keeping her lights low, never talking to us about college, and keeping a steady supply of candy on hand. Miss C was the first person on campus I told when I was rejected from my first choice college. I don't remember exactly what she said, but I do remember how good I felt when I left her office that day. Students, I hope that you found the people and places on campus that nurture you. Maybe it's playing on the playground, chatting with Miss B in the middle school office, taking a nap in front of the fireplaces in Hal, or relaxing with your friends in the senior room. If you haven't found that place or person yet, my door is always open. And yes, I do have candy. Since I came back to Bryn Mawr as a staff member, I've realized that there were many other people who were supporting my student experience. Because of my job, I spend a lot of time looking through the yearbooks and searching the archives for old photos of alumni events and reunions. None of those resources would exist without Mr. Stevens, who for decades has documented every single Bryn Mawr event and supported the student editors of the yearbook. The grounds and operations team members made all of my favorite days, Founders Day, gym drill, graduation, picture perfect without ever drawing attention to themselves. But by far, the best part of my Bryn Mawr experience is that this community continues to support me each and every day. My advisor, Ms. Palmer, was the one who, nearly a decade after I graduated from Bryn Mawr, encouraged and supported me through the process of applying for a job at an independent school. It is because of that nudge that I am here back working at Bryn Mawr today. My love of reading, which was cultivated by my 9th grade English teacher, Mrs. Mann, is supported by Miss Rickert Wilbur, who regularly orders books for the library at my request and works tirelessly to find books matching the interests of every single member of this community. My colleagues across campus, from my co-advisor, Miss Pertil, to the senior chief advisor, Miss Wolf, and my advancement office coworkers, make my daily tasks easy and fun. But it is truly the students who make me glad I get to come here to work every day. Spending time with my advisees, the swim team, and the seniors reminds me of what a joy and privilege it was for me to be a student at this school, and how grateful I am to be able to support Bryn Mawr today. Thank you. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Farrah Evans.
Good morning. It may seem like a long time ago, but it feels like just yesterday. I can remember the excitement and joy I experienced in the spring of 1994 when I realized I would be attending Bryn Mawr for upper school. I'm happy to say my time here as a student did not disappoint. I was supported immensely and able to gain skills that have carried me throughout my adult life, as well as form lifelong friendships that have been so very special to me. My time as a student truly charted the course of my future and has compelled me both personally and professionally. As I consider the significance of Founders Day, I think not only of our founders and the evolution of our school, but of those who have contributed to that evolution. During my time at Bryn Mawr, I was stretched to attempt things outside of my comfort zone, in and outside of the classroom, and I found value and pride in areas I never imagined. Many of the individuals continue to stretch and encourage our current student population. Mr. Stevens, Ms. Almond, Ms. Budzik, Ms. Swyron, Ms. Eisler, Ms. C., Ms. Kitty, all are members of our current faculty and staff who provide the same level of care and compassion to our upper school students as they did in 1994 when I was a freshman here. I reflect on my time as a manager of the varsity basketball team. Ms. Terry DeTore, who only recently retired, was the coach at the time. If you know me, you know I'm the farthest thing from athletic. But at that time, we were required to participate in a sport. This requirement forced me to learn the game of basketball, to go to games and practices, to maintain accurate records of players' progress on the courts. I was also responsible for calling stats in to the Baltimore Sun after each game, which I felt was highly inappropriate considering my skill level. I know nothing about basketball, I thought to myself. And trust me, this was a huge responsibility. But Mr. Torrey taught, supported, guided, and perhaps scolded several times until I was confident and able to accurately and independently speak to the Baltimore Sun and share statistics. I remember James Brown, softball coach, grounds person, you name it, who looked out for and checked on my friends and I as we would venture to Gilman, begin to navigate driving, and experience life in general. He served not only as a member of the staff, but also an ear to download frustrations of the day. We all knew that we could depend on him if there was an issue we were not equipped to handle. I recall with great fondness being greeted by Miss Kitty with a smile and a gentle level of supervision, as if to say, I see you and I got you, always checking in with us. If we looked down or came into the cafeteria without food for the day, Miss Kitty made sure that our basic needs were being met. I reflect on my discussions in history class with Ms. Margolis and the level of conversation we engaged in, as well as the material we learned. I remember feeling the course was so rigorous and feeling it was such a sense of accomplishment that I just completed the semester. How did I survive, I thought? And yet, Ms. Margolis seemed not only to expect this from each and every one of us, but welcome the duty of stretching us. I think back fondly to pre-calculus with Ms. Swyron, and my love for math, which came naturally. And I know this was in part due to and directly correlated with the care and attention for detail that she offered each of us, which made it incredibly easy for us to be successful. I reflect on my time as a peer educator, working with my predecessor, Ms. Vicki Mermelstein, and current upper school faculty member, Mr. Steve Almond, going on retreats, discussing issues that impacted adolescents while preparing for how we would facilitate those conversations when we returned to campus. I was unaware what a sense of responsibility and purpose that role entailed for me at that time, but I chuckle when I consider my current chosen path of professionalism. And possibly most influential, I reflect fondly on my time in advisory as I give a gentle nod to the Evans advisory and the influence of my advisor, Miss Susan Solberg, who is retired but has joined us here today because, yes, she gets applause, because to this day, we are still connected. Our relationship has evolved from her checking on my high school antics, my grades, my college applications, to sharing in the lives of my children, my personal and professional accomplishments. She has advised me and stood beside me through my most challenging and exciting life experiences. I now fondly refer to her as Mama Solberg because Susan just doesn't feel right. She tells me all the time I can't call her Miss Solberg. Her influence as an educator crafted how I wanted to manage myself. She and all the faculty of influence at that time led with what I now know to be a student-centered approach. So again, as I reflect on Founders Day, as well as the purpose and significance of this day, it is not solely our founders I think of, but perhaps most importantly, these individuals and their influence on me, many students before and after me. Our legacy as a community is not only in the founders, but also in those who continue to pave the way for our institution. We are all a part of that legacy. Thank you.
I forgot something. So you can see the power of a relationship between the students and faculty staff here at the school. And I hope that all of you are experiencing that at some level and getting some joy from that. Okay, now Elaine Swiren, Associate Head of School, and I have the pleasure of presenting awards to our employees who have made important personal and professional contributions to our school. Please come on up, Ms. Swiren. Mentioned many times in the speeches, I note.
Good morning. First, I'd like to recognize faculty who are serving as chairs awarded in previous years. Please stand when I call your name. The Millicent Carey McIntosh Chair in the Humanities, Elizabeth Duzant. There she is. The Robert G. Merrick Senior Chair in History, Karen Cullen. We thank you for your ongoing service and dedication to Bryn Mawr students. Now, on to this year's awards. The Alumni STEM Chair was established in honor of the distinguished women scientists who began their education at this independent school and is to be awarded to a member of one of the STEM disciplines. The recipient, who holds the chair for 2 years, is selected by the head in consultation with the division directors. This faculty member is known for her tireless commitment to her job and especially to her students, both in and outside the classroom. She's a devoted advisor and chief advisor, shepherding her charges through 4 years of upper school. A rock star in the classroom, this faculty member has taught every possible level of computer science, from introduction computer science through AP level courses, building engaging elective courses along the way. She also keeps the innovation lab, well, innovative, assisting students with any project that they dream up while cranking out laser printed name tags for every adult on campus. Congratulations, Kristen Hall. The Blanche and A.V. Williams Master Teaching Chair was established by Jenny Lee Williams Folks, class of 65, in memory of her parents, who had abiding respect and admiration for the teaching profession. The chair is awarded to an outstanding teacher in any division or department. This teacher comes to school every day with a smile on her face and joy in her heart. Her bright spirit fills the room with positive energy. She is compassionate and caring and celebrates each child's unique individuality, providing a loving, nurturing, and stimulating environment where each child can grow and learn at their own speed. Throughout the day, she actively engages her students, creating a space where the children feel loved and secure. She encourages the children in her care to explore the world around them and create their first set of school friends. She thoroughly understands the developmental needs of her students and provides experiences to support their growth, helping them meet their earliest milestones in life. She builds strong relationships with students, families, and colleagues, easily earning their trust and respect. Congratulations, Deandra Pinnock. The Julia Clayton Baker Chair in Environmental Stewardship was established for Bryn Mawr to recruit and retain an outstanding teacher and provide a unique level of support for his or her specialized professional development so that the entire school community can benefit from that learning and intellectual nurturance. This teacher, who is beginning her 6th year at Bryn Mawr, has built a devoted following among her students. A profoundly intellectually curious Renaissance woman, this teacher is a frequent attendee at upper school P5X discussions, no matter the focus, serves on the upper school DEI task force, and sponsors student clubs spanning both the arts and formal sciences. Her deep expertise in science benefits the entire school community. A superb biologist, she has spent the past 2 years developing and refining an elective course on public health and epidemiology, a topic we can all benefit from understanding in greater depth. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Sasha Clavisa. The Cynthia Labadier Teachership Award honors the memory of Cynthia Labadier, who graduated from the Bryn Mawr School in 1970, is awarded to a recent college graduate just beginning his or her teaching career, with such qualities as a keen mind, ability with young people, and creative leadership. This teacher joined our faculty in a year where masking and plexiglass dividers were the norm. She navigated this challenging year with positivity, enthusiasm, and a clear love of teaching. Her students benefited greatly as they were able to rely on her steadiness in what was a totally unprecedented, unsettling year. In addition to all that she does in the classroom, this teacher is involved in the APITA Affinity Group and has helped to bring the APITA Pen Pal program to the lower school. Congratulations, Hee-Won Choi. The Nancy L.R. Booker Class of 31 Master Teacher Chair was established by a Bryn Mawr alumna to pay tribute to the teachers who inspired her. It is to be awarded to an exceptional teacher from any division or department with the hopes of perpetuating the tradition of great teaching at Bryn Mawr. This teacher has inspired students and colleagues alike during her decades of involvement at Bryn Mawr, while always encouraging those around her to observe carefully, think deeply, and respond thoughtfully to whatever challenges come our way. Our community is stronger because of her dedication to the highest standards of scholarship and professionalism. This teacher has valiantly represented the faculty and staff on the school's Board of Trustees and the Professional Development Committee, sponsors the Upper School Philosophy Club, and serves as faculty advisor to the Quill. Currently in her 5th year as the chair of the Upper School English Department, her courses are frequently recalled by outgoing students as some of the most impactful in their years at Bryn Mawr. Congratulations, Georgia Summers. The Elizabeth Sheridan Sinclair Chair in the Fine and Performing Arts was established by the Sheridan Foundation in memory of a longtime trustee and past parent, Betsy Sinclair. The chair honors a member of the Fine and Performing Arts faculty for distinguished service in his or her field. With patience, flexibility, and a huge heart, this teacher is a Pied Piper of our Bryn Mawr performing artists. Students clamor to be part of anything this teacher leads because they know she will allow their ideas and individual stories to shine. Wading through middle school disorganization and insecurity, she sees that each of our students can and will dance. She even threatens push-ups should her high bar not be reached. Giving tirelessly to our annual gym drill, this teacher embraces all of its purposes: expression, community, diversity, and tradition. It's amazing how much love can be grown in a dance studio, and this teacher tends that garden every day. Congratulations, Ann O'Brien. The APGAR Award for Teaching Excellence recognizes a teacher who has made a significant difference in students' lives by motivating students' interest, curiosity, and love of learning, applying new teaching concepts and methods that expand students' horizons and potential, and by serving as a mentor to stimulate student intellectual development beyond the classroom and curriculum. 8th graders Bonnie Gorarb and Augustus Legrand will be announcing this award, so please step forward.
This teacher is a special teacher and advisor to many middle school students, and a particularly special teacher to us for the past 3 years. Here are some of the reasons students believe that this teacher should win this award.
Her class always has a positive feeling, and it's enjoyable to be her student.
She always takes time for us and will never rush a question. We can go to TAP anytime, and she will always make time to help us. She cares so much.
She is never afraid to crack a corny joke or two along the way.
I was very nervous about starting a new language, but as soon as I walked in the room, she made me feel at home. She was very kind about different learning styles and made sure we all had fun.
She is always encouraging students, finding new ways to teach lessons, and always has so much enthusiasm with teaching her classes, making Latin a place where I enjoy learning the language. We all love this teacher very, very much.
And we are excited to present
the APGAR Award for Teaching Excellence to Miss Misakio.
Thank you, Bonnie and Justice. On the occasion of former headmistress Mrs. Stambot's departure from the Bryn Mawr School, the Board of Trustees created the Blair D. Stambot Award to be given annually to a member of the faculty or staff who's contributed the most to the overall welfare and well-being of the school community. This year's award recipient contributes to the school not only as an employee, but also as a parent. She is behind the scenes in almost everything the school does, 24 hours a day, ready to both lead and join the community in celebration or in reflection. Her calm demeanor, steady presence, excellent judgment, and ability to see the school through the lens of both an employee and a parent ensure that Bryn Mawr's communications are timely, clear and mission-centered, An ardent advocate for what girls need to thrive, the bold voice of Bryn Mawr has come alive under her touch. Congratulations to Deb Baum. I got you. The Ella Spira Calhoun and Elizabeth Atkinson Reynolds Fund recognizes teachers who make significant contributions to the school outside the classroom. The concept of the fund recognizes a quality that typifies independent school teaching at its best, a dedication to young people as whole human beings beyond the limited scope and measurements of classroom performance. Clad in Bryn Mawr warm-up pants and a sweatshirt, this teacher is always ready for anything. She channels the energy of the middle schoolers' students into exercise and teamwork each and every day. Challenging herself to find new games from around the world, she wants students to have a global perspective, even in physical education. She gives generously of her time coaching middle and upper school teams, offering activities during retreats and clubs, and does it all with a positivity and calm that make her a beloved faculty member and colleague. Congratulations to Michelle Sapp. The Patricia A. Dieter Staff Award is presented to a member of the staff who has demonstrated outstanding loyalty, dedication, and hard work in support of the well-being of the school. This staff member's hard work, infinite patience, and friendly demeanor make working with her a pleasure. Possessed with an extremely high level of knowledge and her expertise, this year's winner has earned the respect of colleagues campus-wide. Her dedication and loyalty to Bryn Mawr is obvious to all those who interact with her. She goes out of her way to help members of our community. Her signature email ending, "Have a nice day," reflects her positive daily outlook, which is truly infectious. As a member of the business office, she is located down at 600 West, which explains the fact that she has athletic shoes to match every outfit. It's clear to everyone that she cares deeply about her job and the people she works with. Congratulations, Nicole Cook. The 3745 Award is presented in honor of the faculty, administration, and staff who worked at Bryn Mawr during the years from 1937 to 1945. The award is given to a community member who has served the school with distinction. This teacher has worked tirelessly over the years to develop and foster one of Bryn Mawr's most signature, unique programs. She is an advisor to students and a mentor to teachers. This teacher has also proven to be quite versatile and is at ease teaching many subjects in numerous grade levels: first, third, fourth, fifth, reading, history, math, and science. Her forte is researching, writing, and updating curriculum for the grades she teaches, and she is known for staying late to do so. Whether she's up the hill, setting the bar high, or hiking with the students at Echo Hill, she always gives 110%. This veteran teacher has helped many students transition successfully to middle school, well equipped with confidence, skills, and knowledge. Congratulations to Catherine Gilbert. Congratulations again to all our award winners.
It is a tradition on Founders Day to also recognize members of our community for achieving significant milestones in their service to Bryn Mawr. We do this at the beginning of the school year so that we can properly inaugurate your special year of celebration. As I call your name, please come forward to receive your award from Ms. Wyron. For 5 years of service, Lynn Bryans. Bob Denton. Teresa Doney. Emily Fetting. Nicole Hood. Amy McLaughlin. Natalie Molina. Deandra Pinnock. Noah Robinson. Claire Sargo. Kelly Stollard. And Noel V. Meyer. For 10 years of service. That's a whole decade. How many of you in this audience are less than 10 years old? Just to put it in perspective. Sarah McKenzie. Brett McMillan. Debbie Rice. And Mary Malai is also celebrating her 10th anniversary. Okay, 15 years. Raise your hand if you're under 15. All right, Nicole Cook. Leslie Jansen. Rachel Eisler. Lee Cladkey. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. I think I messed up. But thank you. I think you didn't. Lee's at 20 years. Rachel is also at 20 years. My fault. I'm going to go back to the 15-year people after Lee. Let's congratulate Lee. So sorry. I jumped down a row. Deborah Marcel, 15 years. And Kathy Wax. Just making sure you're all awake out there. And now, continuing with our 20-year award winners today, We have Justin Curtis. We won't make them get back up again, but Rachel Eisler and Lee Kladke, give a wave. And Catherine Murray from our music school. And we have a few people celebrating milestones who were not able to be here today. Kimberly Jordan in our little school has been with us for 10 years. Adela Diaz, 15 years in housekeeping. Leandro Mandaro, 15 years in world language. And Mary Krumholz, 20 years as our receptionist. Congratulations to all of our award winners, and thank you to all of our faculty and staff for everything that you do at Bryn Mawr. Before we dismiss, I want to thank everyone for joining us this morning. Members of our Board of Trustees, our faculty, staff, and students, and particularly the special guests of our award winners who kept a secret this whole time. So you saw a few sobs up here when they realized that their parents were in the audience. So that was very exciting. Because Founders Day celebrates Bryn Mawr's birthday, we will celebrate together this afternoon. There will be cupcakes at our cookout lunch. So that's something to get excited about. And back in the house again, enjoy Edith Jamilton with a performance during lunch out in the senior quad. Immediately following today's program, our faculty and staff award recipients and all of our special guests are invited to a reception in the Gordon Building. And to all of our students gathered here today, I hope that years from now, you will remember these school traditions, these moments celebrating together as a whole school, the feeling of this close community. You are part of an extraordinary institution created by women and led by women throughout the school's 138 years. Remember that you are also a part of this school's history. Bryn Mawr is made up of the best of each of us every single day. As we conclude our program today with Jerusalem, I ask that you remain seated until the seniors dismiss. Now I'd ask Dazai to come forward. Dazai. And as soon as they are able to move off the stage, seniors, you are dismissed. Okay, and the rest of us may now be dismissed. Thank you for a great Founders Day. Don't you all move.